What's up, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the 15 best budget knives you can pick up right now in CS2 for under $250. All items on today's list will be priced based on CSFloat, which I will link in the description, and we tried to include a variety of different knives and finishes under this $250 mark. Taking a look at the first knife on today's list, this is the cheapest knife that I do recommend. This is the survival knife Boreal Forest in field tested condition, coming in at $91. I'm a huge fan of some of the Boreal finishes in CS2, and this is definitely one of the better options for a budget price. The second budget knife on today's list will be the Shadow Dagger Vanillas. These come in at $127. I'm a huge fan of the simple black design to this skin with the tiny white castle. Moving over to the next knife on today's list, this is the Paracord Blue Steel. In field tested condition, this comes in at $143. Out of all the knives on today's list, this is my least favorite. However, it is still a great budget blue option if you are looking for a cheaper knife in CS2. Next up, we have the Navaja Marble Fade. In factory new condition, this comes in at $160. You have a high-end finish for a knife at a very low price. However, a lot of people aren't a fan of the Navaja just because of the smaller blade, as well as trying to pair the handle with any gloves in CS2. Moving over to a clean budget option for the gut knife, we have the Autotronic in field tested condition, coming in at $170. I'm a huge fan of the red on the skin in CS2, and I think on the gut knife it looks extremely clean due to the larger blade at the top of the skin. Jumping over to another pair of Shadow Daggers, these are the Gamma Dopplers in a Phase 2 finish, factory new condition. These come in at $191. It is the most green out of all the different phases in CS2 other than the Emerald, and I definitely think it looks extremely clean for under $200. Next on our list, we have a super simple purple and black skin in CS2. This is the Ursus Ultraviolet in minimal wear condition. This comes in at $207. It's a very simple skin and there's not a lot to say about it. However, I'm a huge fan of the purple on this knife. We're jumping back over to the Paracord knife and picking up the Tiger Tooth in factory new condition. This comes in at $210. Tiger Tooth is definitely one of the better budget options in all of CS2, and I think it looks extremely clean on this longer blade. Next up on our list, we have a flip knife. This is the only flip knife on today's list under $250. However, this is the black laminate in battle scarred condition. This comes in at $217. If you pick it up in battle scarred, it is a bit darker, and the black and white theme look extremely good in CS2. Another clean budget option for the gut knife is the Doppler Phase 2 finish in factory new condition. This comes in at $222. The purple and pink really stand out in CS2. I'm not the biggest fan of how the handle on the skin looks with these colors, however it is still a super clean budget option. Sticking with another Doppler theme, we're going to be picking up the Navaja Doppler Phase 2 in a factory new condition for $225. I'm personally a bigger fan of Phase 2 just because it has a lot more pink, and in certain lights in CS2, it looks extremely clean. If you are a fan of the Autotronic from earlier in this video, but not a fan of the gut knife, you can also pick it up on the Huntsman knife. In minimal wear condition, this comes in at $239. Once again, we do have a bigger blade in CS2 with this knife, so it's another super clean option if you do like a lot of red. If you're looking for one of the higher tier knives in CS2, you can consider picking up a Stiletto Rust Coat Battle Scarred condition for $240. I know not everyone loves the rust coat finish, however I definitely think it looks extremely clean on this skin. The second to last knife on this list will be the Survival Knife Marble Fade. In factory new condition, this comes in at $242. If you're a fan of this finish but didn't like the Navaja from earlier in the video, this is definitely the better option. To finish off today's list with the best budget knives in CS2, we're going to be picking up the Kukri Knife Vanilla. This comes in at $245. I'm a huge fan of the inspect of this weapon in CS2, and for the Vanilla, it's definitely a great budget option under $250. Hopefully you guys enjoyed taking a look at the top 15 knives to pick up right now in CS2 for under $250. These are all items that I personally would pick up, and let me know in the comments what other budgets you do want to see. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.